Hello again, General Techno here, welcoming you back to these toy unboxing videos for the Advent Calendar. And we are going to start this one off with a whoosh and a boom. That's right, it is the Velocitron Speedia 500 Collection G2 Universe Road Rocket. There. Anyway, this is a retool of the Legacy RC figure, but done up as a Road Rocket, who was a character from Generation 2, one of the laser cycles. So let's get her open. She's retroactively been made female because, well, the mold is very feminine in design. And yeah, in the box we have your standard instructions, we have an accessory bit down here, and we have the figure itself. And just to take a quick look again at the box art, we have this gorgeous box art here on the sides. Hasbro not failing to disappoint with the box art. But yeah, Road Rocket. As you're noticing, I've actually changed what my implement is for cutting these wires here. And that came out of the Hot Rod video. Because, yeah, if you remember that one there, I talked about how, with Hot Rod, it looked like it was a scratch there. And if you actually watch the footage, which I did while I was editing it all, it is very clear in that footage that, that was just me using an X-Acto knife. And I kind of got chewed out by some friends over that for about like half an hour or so. So yeah, full credit to you guys for just like nagging me into buying some proper scissors. Anyway, for accessories, she has the Legacy RC weapon, but that is painted up with all this detail in order to look like a Ninja Sai. This is the third use of this mold between RC and Flame War. And yeah, these split apart. And yeah, and again, it is a pretty serviceable motorbike. Looks like it's not fully plastic free. We've got a little bit of an elastic band on there, so let's get that off, shall we? And apparently these things don't cut elastics very well. I'll just have to pull it off manually. But anyway, yeah. Road Rocket. Motorbike mode. It is a good motorbike. It's a good red motorbike. And yeah. You know what? I'm going to do this a little bit out of order from what I was planning, just on the fly, because I just realized that there was a problem with the way I was going about my filming methodology for this thing here. Namely, when it comes to motorbikes, you know what you need if you have a motorbike? You need someone to ride it. And that brings me to the other figure I was going to be opening, which is the Figma body with a techwear outfit. Now, I'm a big fan of these Figma figures with the ones that Good Smile does, where it's just their own original characters that are just a showcase for different pieces of 1/12 scale clothing. Like, I don't know, that is one of those things that I'm just like have a weird thing with regards to just being really into character design, outfit designs, that sort of things. So stuff like, yeah, these sorts of fancy clothes and such. Like, yeah, like she's got the shirt, she's got the pants, she's got the cool jacket, the alternate hat head, and the badass sword. So yeah, this sort of thing is entirely up my alley, and I figured it would be a very good thing to pair up with Road Rocket there, just to give Road Rocket a badass, grungy driver. So getting the box open here, we can see, yeah, it is standard Figma body. Just has, like, yeah, some bindings on the chest there, as you can see. It's got the alternate face there, which has a mask, and I bet that the hair comes off as well, so that you can swap in between the two, and that really awesome looking katana. Let's get this thing open now. And yeah, it is, yeah, it's a nude body. This is very much a not for kids video, I suppose. This is, yeah, definitely marked not for kids. But taking a look at the head sculpt on this, again, this is a generic OC of theirs that exists basically just for the sake of showcasing these outfits. Yuki. It is, I really like the design that they went for on this thing here. Assuming that my camera stops moving in and out. Like, yeah, the detail on the eyes is pretty good here, as you can see, for the tempo. And I really like just that single pink streak there on the blonde hair. And yeah, even just like the actual underwear, like there's some actual detailing to it as well. It's not just like a single color. There's a little bit of a sporty detailing to it. So it's pretty neat. But I mean, a figure like this, you get this just to showcase the accessories. So let's take a look at what those accessories are. we have, oh, I didn't even see these. We have a couple of shoes here. She's got alternate feet. Come on, these pegs here. So yeah, you can do give her some actual shoes. And honestly, like, just sneakers, that's kind of a little thing that, yeah, I kind of dig that. And stupid camera focus. We also have this here, a katana. I don't know if there's an actual sword scabbard for it or not. I will have to see if it's in the actual box, but it looks like that it's. It looks like the tape wrapped itself around the katana, though. But yeah, so yeah, there we have the katana. Whoosh, shiny samurai sword. Reflecting off my flash here. Yeah, like so. And then we have, yeah, the alternate face here. Like, she's got a whole alternate head, and I'm probably going to swap on some bits here. Because, yeah, it's got a mask. Like, you can tell that this was made in proper times. Like, but I think it's also just going for that whole, like, delinquent wearing a mask vibe on it as well, too. And then, yeah, you've got the ball cap. And I assume that, yeah, because these are different faceplates, you should be able to swap off the masked faceplate and use the ball cap head as well. And we are going to do that. Just as soon as I figure out how you detach the... Ah, yes, there we go. The ball cap comes off the top of the head. So, yeah, it is very straightforward to face swap. Oh, and, yeah. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. Again, fairly standard techniques here for doing stuff with Figmas. I don't really want to put the unmasked head on her, which is why I'm doing this. I want to do this a bit more stylistically. So, yeah. And my camera is really not wanting to focus for some reason. I don't know why. Everything keeps falling out of focus tonight. But yeah, so there we have the ball cap head. Let's pop this off. And let's plop the head on. Yeah, now she's wearing the hat. Guess I can show range of motion here. It's a fairly standard Figma body. Yeah. Fairly standard joints. Fairly good range of motion as one would expect. We're probably going to see a little bit of that hampered once I get the actual other bits on. But, yeah, let's see about getting those other bits on, though. Going to start with the shoes here. And I'm just making sure. Yeah. Yep. So should be able to use these to store the feet as well. And this is going to be a bit of a pain because, yeah, I need to get the actual foot off the Figma joint here. Well, you know what? I'll get back to this in a sec. Let's take a look at the accessory bag here. Because we've got a lot of accessories in this bag just because of all the soft goods. Now, they do sell these soft goods separately as well, too. I actually have gotten like some of this stuff before, like the shirts and such. But what do we got here? We got the Figma stand. We got a clamp for the Figma stand, which you don't usually see in these. We got a bunch of hands. Not a full set, actually, interestingly enough. We got the spare Figma joint. What else we got here? And we got the actual clothing here, all in its own little baggies. We got a shirt, we got the jacket, and we got the pants. So, I'm going to take one more stab there at just getting the feet off. Alright, and there we go. Managed to get them off. Looks like the trick is you just need to actually turn the foot a little bit in there and just swivel it off. Bit tricky, but doable. And this one I've almost got here. Honestly, I figured this would be really fast. There we go. All right, now that we got the feet off, we can actually plug the sneakers on. So yeah, we got sneaker one over here. Which way are they supposed to go in? I guess worst case I can always flip them around. I'm just not sure if this is the right way or not. Yeah, having way more trouble with this than I expected to have. But that's the thrill of this video, I guess. Just, that's the whole experience of unboxing. Okay, yeah, there is very clearly like one specific way these are supposed to go on. Good. Alright, so, let's see. Let's put one shoe on there, and let's do the other shoe next. Again, once you know what you're actually doing, it's fairly straightforward. And yeah. Anywho, yeah, now she has shoes. She is wearing shoes now. And again, like, yeah, looks like some proper shoes. And now let's do the actual outfit parts here. Let's get the outfit parts on this figure. I'm probably going to have to pop the head off again to do that. But let's see. What do we have here? We have, these are made of more of a silicone-ish plastic here, the shirt. It's not actually fabric. So it's able to, it's actually pretty cool here. Let me turn on the flashback on again, see if I can focus this. But yeah, these are really cool because they actually have all of the different folds and creases and stuff all pre-sculpted on them already. It's a really neat touch, quite honestly. And yeah, and then that'll go on over top. I'm just going to forego that for now because of the fact that it's takes a bit to do those. And what I'll actually fast forward though, because I can showcase this really nicely how that looks, is taking a look at my Santa Mordred here. I have a white version of one of those on the body over here. So you can see that, yeah, it just holds onto there. It just conforms with all the folds and such, and it's got a hole in the back there so that you can still use the Figma stand. Anyway, that's a little bit of behind the scenes stuff there. So let's get Mordred back to holding her gift and in frame. And yeah, let's continue on with what else we've got in this set. We have pants. Let's take a look at the pants. Pants. These are actual cloth here. Again, it looks like these are all like pre-creased, so that you can actually get the creases in there. And it's pretty clear which way these are supposed to go on. So there's an elastic band there, so I should be able to just put them on like you would just normally put pants on something. And again, let's see if I can do that. Oh yeah, that elastic is letting me do that. So, pants are going on. They're actually like it's a very snow pants-ish material, like putting these things on here. And actually it would probably go way easier if I pop the feet back off after all of that. Yeah, that'll be a lot faster. So yeah, find the back side of this and plop it on. Again, this elastic is really nice. I've gotten 1/12 scale like outfit parts before that are not quite as nice. Like again, I just find this sort of stuff neat, just to put this in a Marge Simpson type way. I've got one leg going down there. There we go. There we go. Now they're both. Oh no! I'm just keep ending up with them going down the same pants leg, and there we go. But yeah, the elastic actually works pretty well on these. So yeah, I can just pull these up now and adjust them a little bit. Put them up around the waist there. Pull them down, and yeah, now she is wearing pants. Now Yuki has pants on. They're short pants, but they're pants. Now I can just plop the feet back on. And yeah. Yeah, there we go. There, now she has feet. And now my camera is focused. And as for the other bag here, the other bag is obviously the jacket. the pièce de résistance. And I'm kind of really looking forward to mucking with this jacket here. So let's get this open. And again, this is a similar type of fabric there. It's more of a polyester type. It's got a big Velcro connector here for opening and closing. And yeah, and it's got the giant hood. And I'm just seeing how this looks here. If it's open, I like that it's black Velcro. It means that if you want to do like an open jacket look, it shouldn't be overly obtrusive. But yeah, let's slap a jacket on. I might need to pop the hands off for this. I've found that before when doing this sort of stuff. Yeah, I'll just pop the hands off to make this easy. Right, now we just plop them back on. And there we have it. She's got her jacket now. It is, well, let's see. Yeah, it's a good jacket there. I really like how it looks there, even with the hood up there. Like the fact that she can still, let me just put my flash back on. Just the fact that she can still wear this with, like the hat head is actually pretty cool there. That she can just do that hood up, or you can just do the whole hood down look, which again looks pretty cool. The box art there shows it, like partially up, which you can also do. Again, this looks pretty rad. Just the way that this looks aesthetically is pretty darn cool. And I'm just glancing again to see it. There's other reference. I mean, I guess, yeah, you could also just do the posed jacket open type look as well, where you just, yeah, I guess we can just fold the Velcro in like that behind it. It's not going to stick to anything, but then you can just get a nice clean look with the jacket open. And I'm just going to fold the hood down. And yeah, no, it looks pretty neat. She looks pretty neat. And now let's put her on the bike, which was the entire reason I wanted to do this a little bit out of order, just to see how the bike stuff would look. Posability isn't hampered all that much by the coat, which is always nice. And yeah, the bike is probably scaled better for like a 3/3/4 inch figure, quite honestly, as opposed to these, which are, closer to more of a 1/12 scale. But yeah, you know what? The idea was fairly solid. Yeah, the idea was solid. It's just a little too small for the bike, if you see what I mean. But yeah, I suppose that next we should probably go and, transform Road Rocket. Anyway, back over to talking about Road Rocket. As I mentioned, we should transform this thing. Now I've done the requisite rider with a bike photos, which was not something I expected to do. Yeah, like RC, this is a fairly straightforward transformation. So you just need to slap the wheel apart and fold out the legs like so. And we can get a look here. I'll do a look later at the head sculpt, but we can see like the new head here, and it does look pretty striking. It looks pretty striking, you guys. But yeah, so hands come up, lock into place. This folds down, crotch place folds up, entire waist swivels around. She is a lot faster, this mold, to get into and out of into bot mode than back in. Snaps in. There. I really appreciate that with Legacy, that there's a lot of designs that they are properly involved in terms of the transformations, but there's nothing that feels like it is overly difficult to transform. All right, cool. Legs lock in. That's nice. On my Flame War, incidentally, like one of the legs doesn't lock in properly there, so hearing that click is very comforting, quite honestly. Yeah. And then we have the entire backpack assembly here, which still has a twist tie around it. So I'm going to need to take out these scissors again, and I'm going to have to clip it. And okay, it's just vestigial stuff. Let's see if I can get this thing off. There we go. Clipped it. Let's get this off, and let's get this off. We've also got this is just annoying here, the way that this twist tie is all wedged up in here. I mean, that's the whole thing with an unboxing video. You kind of have to deal with that live. And while I am editing these a little bit, I'm not actually doing that much editing because I'm just trying to preserve the moment. Like, it's all about the heat of the moment, that sort of thing. Yeah, elastic is off. And now I can get this thing off properly. All right, so let's finish up transforming Road Rocket. By bringing the kibble back around and down. And plopping this back on, RC style. And boom, here we have Road Rocket in her... Oh wait, slide this up. And boom, here we have Road Rocket in her robot mode. I mean, it's pretty posable, I suppose. Like, if you've messed with the RC mold, like universal joints there at the, up there at the shoulders, but 90-degree range of motion there. Does have wrist swivels. Wrist swivels are always nice. Whole bunch of 5mm pegs and ports all over the toy, so you can plug in the little side blade there. Yeah, 90 degrees at the legs. Ankle rockers. Again, this is fairly standard. And the head should be on a... I think the actual head is ball jointed, but it... Oh no, it is. It just doesn't have a huge amount of range. But let's take a closer look at that head sculpt too. Incidentally. Yeah. It is a really good ninja head. Road Rocket was a ninja. And actually, if we look over here even, we can see that she has a G2 Autobot symbol that is nice and tampoed. And I'm a big fan of G2 Autobot symbols, as anyone who knows me knows. Like, well, just G2 symbols in general. I love the G2 Decepticon symbol. Yeah. Yeah, it's a really nice looking figure. It looks like we got a little bit of a paint blemish there. Interesting, but I'll bet that one's caused by my scissors. But yeah, there's a few different kibble configurations that this has. The big one being that it can actually replicate a weapon that the original Road Rocket toy had, in that you can plop the plop the wheel kibble off like this and give it to her as a weapon. I'm trying to remember the way that this is actually meant to, the way that this is done on the original Road Rocket toy. Oh yeah, no, I think I've actually basically got it. Yeah, and then we can just plug the other kibble for the motorbike back onto the here. This, going off the image, goes around the other way. And yeah, Road Rocket. It's a nice looking figure. The head turns up really weird in here because the blue is catching very oddly on this camera, but it is a striking blue. There is some working light piping there. You can kind of see it a little bit there. But yeah, it's the third of this mold. It is definitely not the worst of this mold by any means, but actually I don't know which one would be the worst now that I say that. RC is good and Flame War is good, so look, they're all good. It's a fun mold. It's a good solid motorbike, and it's neat that they've gotten so many uses out of it. Anyway, though, that is Figma Yuki with all the techwear stuff and Road Rocket. I'm honestly very curious to see how this is going to turn out in the edit because, yeah, as you can see, I decided on the fly to completely change the order in which I was shooting this. So that'll be fun to see, but yeah, one of them is just another standard bike that ninja that looks good, and the other one is just a delinquent with a sword and some really cool tech wear that she gets to wear. And I love those types of outfit pieces. So, yeah, it is right up my alley. And with that said, this is General Techno signing off. And I will see you guys with the next unboxing.